Hey, Grande Live. I'm here with Dianne Smith at Nature's Pantry. We are sitting down to taste some of her homemade salsa. They're doing a local vendors appreciation day here, and and she is one of the local vendors that sells some of her wares here at Nature's Pantry. So thank you for joining me today, Dianne.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. So you sell both here and at the farmer's market your
Yes.
salsa, and I actually have had some of your salsa before, and it's really, really, really good salsa. So maybe you could kind of tell us a little bit about the process that it goes to make. After we taste, can we taste a little bit?
Sure.
So tell me, what do we got here?
This one is the medium to hot.
Medium to hot. Oh,
So,
great. I probably should have grabbed the other one. I'm kind of a wimp.
I don't think it's that hot though.
Oh,
People
well.
are afraid of it, but to me it doesn't seem hot.
We'll find out if I start breaking into a sweat mid-interview.
We should have brought you a napkin probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one you grabbed.
I don't know. We're gonna find out in
Yeah.
about. Oh, it's not that bad.
No.
No, it's not that bad at all. Okay, fair enough. When I
Yeah.
expect hot, I expect starting to break into a sweat.
Right,
Kind of
right.
my eyes watering a little bit because I have had salsas like that, and it's not a pleasant experience for me. Okay.
Well, a lot of people are afraid of it, but it's really not that spicy. So you should try it.
So what goes into Dianne's salsa?
The ingredients?
Well,
or
just the process. How do you
process?
make it? What things do go into it? Those kinds of things.
Well, I try to use as many organic ingredients as I can,
Mm-hmm.
and most of it's fresh. I do use some canned tomatoes to keep the consistency right, and it's just processed in a food processor, so it's
Really?
time consuming. So I do one ingredient at a time and just keep adding to my batch.
Huh.
And I do it all by taste. I don't have a
Really?
recipe, never have.
Wow.
And the same with the pesto.
So this is pesto
Yeah.
right here.
And the difference is I use Brazil nuts in this pesto
Huh.
instead of pine nuts.
Interesting.
And that's because a couple of years back, pine nuts got really, really expensive. So
Really?
I
Improvised.
I improvised so I could keep making it.
So, are pine nuts normally an ingredient in pesto?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So
'Cause
that's why
normally-
it's called classic with a twist, and that's the twist.
that it's Brazil nuts.
And everything in the is raw. There's nothing cooked, and it's organic virgin oil, olive oil. So there's no chemicals, no sugar,
Wow.
very little salt.
I'm gonna try the pesto now.
Okay. And the same goes for the salsa. There's very little salt, no sugar, no additives. I use lemon juice and a little bit of vinegar to keep it from spoiling. So it has a good shelf life in your fridge.
I really like pesto.
Yeah.
Pesto's the stuff. You can mix that with pasta and make pesto pasta, right?
Right.
We've done that a couple times that my girlfriend and I. It's really, really, really good. But normally it comes in like a can that's and it's hard when
Yeah.
you buy it at the store,
Right.
as opposed to your stuff, which you would buy. Now, can
Yeah.
you freeze this?
Yes, it freezes beautifully. Yeah. So I don't know why it would be hard in the store because when you process it, it all gets real creamy like this. But when you put it in the fridge, it'll set up.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Is it
Yeah.
kind of settles a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, very, very cool. So I guess my question is, why should someone buy Dianne's salsa either at the farmer's market or here at Nature's Pantry as opposed to I don't know, Pace or one of those other salsas that you would find there at just a store,
I think it's a matter of taste. I came from south of the border, and this is more,
Really?
yeah. So this is more of what you would find near Mexico, the
Huh.
taste.
Did you come from Mexico?
I came right next door from Mexico. So
Okay, gotcha.
I've tried a lot of salsas, and this one everyone loved it and said, you should market this. So
You tried making different types of salsa and everyone liked this one?
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing salsa for?
probably about 5 or 6 years.
Really? So you didn't live here when you started doing this, or did you?
No, I did.
Oh.
I've lived here for over 20 years.
So how did you get the knowledge of all the salsas that you've tried? Did you try it here? You said you came from south of the border. When did you live?
We lived down there 25 years ago. I grew up down there.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Very
And then
cool.
My husband and I moved our family out here about 25 years ago.
So you grew up in Mexico and then you moved
Well,
here.
next door to
Next door to
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's like, where is next door to Mexico? In the United States? Or
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. I just was a little confused because south of the border, or near, maybe you said near the border. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, we even kept our horses in it was actually, we would ride our horses into Mexico every week. And we'd have tacos on the beach. And so that's how
Really?
close we were to Mexico.
Wow, that's really cool. And you could just do that at that point. Like you didn't have to go through customs or anything like that.
No, there'd be Border Patrol watching us, but they knew who we were because we did it all the time. So, yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna have a wall on on Mexico, so you can't do that anymore.
I know.
You can't ride down to Mexico and have tacos on the beach. That is such a tragedy. So, okay, and so did you grow up with kind of like the Mexican cuisine and that kind of thing?
Yeah, actually I did. A lot of Hispanic people lived around us, and my neighbors wanted to learn English, and I would teach them English as our little girls would play together, and they would teach me how to cook Mexican food.
Really?
So, yeah, that's how I learned. So
Interesting.
that's why I don't have a recipe for anything.
Really?
I just do it by taste. Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting to me because I have to use a recipe for everything. But then again, I have the culinary skills of, I don't know, not very good. So, okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add about your salsa?
No, it's just got fresh ingredients, and come taste it.
Now, if somebody's not in the Grande, can they buy Diannes Salsa anywhere else?
I'm just in 2 little local stores here. This one and Community Merchant.
Now, so you don't do you do this for your full-time job, or do you do other things?
I do other things, but this is my job. Yeah. So in the summer, it keeps me quite busy. Yeah. So it's enough for me.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us, Dianne. And again, this is Dianne Smith.
Right.
Dianne Smith with Diannes Salsas. Those can be bought here, or at her salsa can be bought here at Community Merchants, or during the summer at Farmers Market. It's really good salsa, really good pesto. So if you have some spare time, come on down and get some. And today is the local foods, local vendors appreciation day down here at Nature's Pantry. So please stop in and get some free samples and just kind of see some of the faces behind the products that are down here at Nature's Pantry. So thanks a lot, Grande Alive, and we'll be here for the rest of the afternoon. So stay tuned.